Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. With this video, I'm bringing you guys a Yubel deck profile. Here we're going to get started with Yubel Terra Incarnate, and the one copy of Yubel is just great because Throne makes it very easy to go into Terra Incarnate here. And of course, you can actually go into the Yubel, the Ultimate Nightmare, but I decided that there wasn't enough space to really put it in the deck, but if you could find the space, I think it'd be a fun addition to just really go in on the Yubel theme here. 3 copies of Spirit Yubel. When this card is special summon, you're going to be able to add to your hand one card that mentions Yubel. So usually you want to get yourself Nightmare Pain because then you can actually start popping some things and start popping off the combos here. And Spirit of Yubel here just has a bunch of utility. It also makes it very easy to go into Yubel. And once you guys see the combos video, you're going to see how just well this card utilizes Throne here. So then we have 1 copy of Sharvara. Sharvara also gives you another way to pop something. But not only that, it does let you to search out a trap and gives you access to the link 2 of the Unchained Monsters. And then we have 3 copies of Ash Blossom because it's Ash Blossom. 3 copies of Dark Beckoning Beast. It's just great for getting out the open of the Spirit Gates. But not only that, it gives you another normal summon, which is pretty useful when you want to go into the Samsara. 3 copies of Gruesome Grave Squirmer. This card can special summon itself out if you control a Fiend monster. Not only that, it also gives you a pop. And then when it's in the grave, you can special summon a Fiend monster with 0 attack or defense. Just a bunch of utility that this card provides. Definitely for me, a 3 copy card here. Then 3 copies of Sensara the Dean Lotus. This card is also a great way of going into the Spirit Yubel and can kind of go with a 1-card combo as you're going to see in the combos video. But just an overall strong card as well. While you control Yubel monster, you can tribute this card, and the activated effect of a monster's effect can become destroy one Yubel monster in the field. If they try to like stop your stuff at the wrong time, then you can really just continue to pop off by using this card. 1 copy of Terraforming because Throne is insane. 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity just to increase the overall consistency of the deck. 1 copy of Call Valley Grave because we don't want our opponents to be playing during our turn. 3 copies of Super Poly. I've seen a lot of people just dropping Super Poly, but I think the main, at least for me, the best part about this deck is just being able to utilize Super Poly and use it so effectively. Definitely want to keep using the 3 copies. 3 copies of Nightmare Pain because you're going to be able to pop a Dark Monster and then add a Yubel or a card that mentions it. A lot of searchability and also gives you control over the battle phase. Then we have 3 copies of Opening the Spirit Gates. It gives you a way to recycle stuff in the grave, and for that, it's just very powerful. 3 copies of Throne. When this card is activated, you can take a Fiend monster with 0 attack or defense and either add it to your hand or pop it. So again, very easy way of just continuing to pop up by using this card. And then if a face-up Yubel monster you control leaves the field by a card effect, you can add to your hand 1 Yubel monster from your deck, grave, or banishment whose original level is 1 or higher, and then you can special summon it out, ignoring its summoning conditions. So usually you can go into the Terra Incarnate, or if something happens to the Terra Incarnate, just go into the Yubel. Just a very powerful card that has a lot of utility. 3 copies of Imperm because it's Imperm. It's just a great another negate, generic negate here. And then we have Escape of the Unchained. This is just going to be our target for when Shafara is gone. It also gives us a bit of interaction during opponent's turn if we want. You could also run the other Unchained Trap if you like. 1 copy of Eternal Favorite. I've seen some people drop this just because they are leaning away from the Super Poly aspect of the deck. But again, like I said, I really like that aspect of this deck. And being able to add a 4th Super Poly just seems pretty fun. 2 copies of Yubel the Loving Defender Forever. So again, this is a great Super Poly target for the deck, and it's also very annoying to deal with. 2 copies of the new Phantom of Yubel. This card is insane just because it's very easy to get out as you're able to use cards from your grave as material. So you can start building up your board and then use whatever leftovers you have, get this out. Not only that, but when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can tribute this card, and that effect becomes your opponent destroys 1 Yubel monster in their hand, deck, or field. Pretty insane that you're just able to pop a Yubel monster from your deck using this card. 1 copy of Starving Venom just as a target. Garura as well. Mud Dragon, you can definitely choose. Here we have Predaplant Dragon Stapelia in case you want to go into that. Then we have the final bringer of the End Times here. This is a level 10 based deck as you're able to easily exceed into this. And this card is, again, really insane. It's essentially a non-negate for the deck. Not only that, but you can pop a card on the board. And then if this card attacks while it has material, you can destroy 1 card on the field. If this Exceed Summon card is destroyed, you can destroy 1 card on the field. You can see a lot of destruction that this card is able to provide. And if you need to at desperate moments, you can pop your own stuff. 1 copy of Unchained Abomination is just a great card that really pops off when things start being destroyed. 1 copy of Appaloosa because you can easily set this up with a good amount of materials as you're going to see in the combos video. 1 copy of Yama here as it not only gets you go straight into Sharvara, but it's great because when it's in the grave, you can banish this card if something was destroyed, and special summon a Fiend monster from your hand or grave, and then pop another card you control. Then we have Unchained Soul of Rage, being able to take your opponent's stuff. It's kind of on theme with the whole Super Poly. SP Little Knight, it's a great target to go into with the Unchained Soul of Rage. Cross Sheep, as you're easily able to just link this away, and then you have fusion materials in your grave, go from there, and then get like your Spirit of Yubel and pop off. Relinquish Anima in case you really need to get rid of your level 1s here. Then for the side deck are cards that I considered but didn't really make the cut. So Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare, I talked about this. It's just a great funny card to put in, and if you really want to utilize and go deep into the Yubel theme here, then you could totally run it here. Then we have Geist Grinder Golem. It was powerful when it first came out, but I think it's not really necessary. Then we have one copy of Shama. This is if you really want to go into the whole Unchained engine of the deck, and with that you can also run your DDD Wave Hiking Caesar. Then we have Dragostapelia as another target for the Super Poly. The Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max as a way to just quickly deal 2000 damage to your opponent in case you really need to clean up the game. And then 1-for-1 as it's, you have great targets here in the form of Samsara the Lotus or Gruesome Grave Squirmer. And then we have the Pure Erase map. It's a powerful addition, but losing half your life points is pretty costly. And I just thought that the deck is consistent enough without it. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And Yubel overall. And make sure to stay tuned for combos, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.